all new price predictions on all the bigger names for tomorrow to see how price is going to start to move with all updated levels, resistance, support areas. Also, price predictions. We did get a little bit of news. President Trump's considering allowing Nvidia to sell its H200 AI chips to China, a decision that could greatly impact the global AI supply chain. That could be very good for Nvidia, but we'll go over those Teslas, the Apples, also some of the health side, Eli Lilly, Hims, and a lot of like the technology and semiconductor space. So let's go to start off with Nvidia. For new analysts, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. And thank you guys for watching. So let's go over Nvidia. So Nvidia has a new support around 180 and a new smaller resistance at about 185.65. There's nothing big that I would do right here on Nvidia. So like I wouldn't get calls, I wouldn't get puts. I'm not getting shares right here. I'm kind of just chilling and letting Nvidia kind of move out of this range. It's in a very big like no man's range. So we just want to be careful. So these are our support areas and resistance areas. So for tomorrow, we want to see which kind of area breaks, but I don't think there's going to be any play before like the holidays because Thursday the market's going to be closed. So Nvidia might be something maybe next week unless we get some bigger movement come out of here maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll kind of see. But let's go to AMD. AMD had a little drop, finally created a new support area right around 206.35. Bigger resistance is still up here. Remember, we were looking for that retracement back up, like I told y'all on Sunday. It literally did that, right? So AMD did that nice push. We even played AMD. I literally told y'all what I was looking out for, AMD 15% gain. And that's what we did in the Discord. So we do trade every morning. The market is open. You can see all the plays we do. I've been doing a play almost every day on a 4-day win streak so far since November 19th. Been doing every play all live. So whenever in the Discord, I let you guys know where I'm gonna enter, where I'm gonna exit, what option contract I'm gonna do, what's the target, what's the play, all that stuff. Okay, so make sure you take advantage of the Black Friday sale. First in the description. This sale does end on Wednesday. So right now it's only $65 a month. It's probably gonna go to $100. This is $650 for the year. This will go to $1,000, and this is $1,099 for lifetime. This will probably go to $1,399. Okay, so make sure you read it, see which one fits you best, and take full advantage of it. But yeah, so Nvidia already did the shorter term play that I was looking at for that we already traded. So for now, that's about it on Nvidia. That was the only play I saw. Not getting long-term shares here either. Took a little profit off some long-term shares, but I would just kind of wait for Nvidia to move a little bit more. Let's go over MU. So MU support, let's put our support around 220. We're going to leave our resistance there around 204.15. Nice little push up off MU. I wouldn't look for all-time highs until we break that 240.15 area on MU and then look for like 260s. That would be a potential call area time. Other than that, we're just kind of letting MU move a little bit, but that's the only play I kind of see. Even like Intel, there's no real big play right here on Intel right now. Kind of just looking for more downside unless we break that smaller resistance around 37.70, but we'll kind of see. Even like TSM and AVGO, they're in the same range. The only thing difference is AVGO had a very big strengthful today. It touched resistance around 380.10, touched that and kind of has some retracement. So if we start breaking that tomorrow, I'm going to assume that AVGO actually wants to go to all-time highs tomorrow. So that might be a potential call option for AVGO to go to all-time highs in that area and break above like the recent all-time highs like 386s. So that would be very powerful in AVGO. We'll see if that comes out, but support and resistance levels are the same. And then if we go to SMCI support and resistance levels are the same. Looking for SMCI to break this resistance around 35. Once it does that, then I'm looking for it to try to go up into the 40s. So that's potential calls, potential shares. We'll see. Other than that, I'm kind of just waiting for it. No real big updates on SMCI. Looking for the same things. Even ARM, new support on ARM is going to be right around 132, and resistance level is going to be right around 139.90. So these are areas we're looking out for. Today was a nice little recovery on a lot of these stocks, but like ARM, it really wants to turn bearish and kind of continue going down. I think ARM might be potential buy, maybe around below like 110. I think that might be a bigger potential buy on ARM. So that's kind of like the bigger play I'm kind of waiting to set up. Then also NET, which is Cloudflare. I'm waiting for this to get down to the 150s, 140s. So I'm looking for a bigger drop. I think that will be a big buying opportunity. We'll do all this in the Discord, take advantage of the Black Friday sale, get to see me trade live every morning, and really start building the independence and understanding how the market works, okay? Because it's very different than how you think the market is. But new support on Cloudflare is about 188.95. Resistance level seems like it's going to break. So we're going to take our resistance level off now. We might see a stronger push of reversal out of here at Cloudflare. That might be a potential call option play for it to break above the 200s. So we'll see if the strength continues on there. That might be somewhat decent. We'll kind of see. Let's go to, I'm also watching Trade Desk for a potential reversal, but it's kind of steadily falling, kind of still in that technology space. Also, PANW, I wanted to update levels on PANW. Haven't updated this one in a while. Any of the stocks you guys want me to go over, make sure you comment those down below in the comment section. They have support right around 183.90 and no real big resistance right now. So that's just kind of our support. Bigger drops that we had past week, dropping down a little bit lower. I would say maybe around the 160s to 150s that this one might be a buy. We'll kind of see. It's just been kind of slow in here almost the whole year. So no real just big strength movement out of them. And then if we go to Tesla, Tesla does have a new support now, which is right around 397.30. Then also your new resistance all the way up here around 442.60. So tomorrow I'm gonna be looking out for Tesla to actually push above right around the 430s, and that's going to be like potential calls that I'm looking out for Tesla to see if we can continue that strength tomorrow. But if we don't, then it might not be anything for me to do on Tesla shorter term. This is a shorter term play I'm looking out for. Any bigger plays, we need Tesla to kind of work out of this range that has kind of been building for itself. I think that's when the bigger plays might come. Even like Palantir, we just been in like a range, no real big movements out of Palantir in about the last 4 or 5 months. So support resistance levels are the same for now. No bigger plays that I see for Palantir right now that kind of just give hope that I'll profit off of it. Not yet. SoFi breaking some short-term resistance levels around 27.45. I think SoFi might want to try to go up to 29s, maybe even like the 30s. We'll see. We're going to leave our support down there. His support perfect here. Had a little bounce. So trying to show some strength. I'm not going to say it wants to go to all-time highs yet. It needs to break this resistance and another one. Then I'll be looking for it to go to all-time highs. Let's go over Lyft and Uber. So Lyft has same support. Same levels on Lyft. Nothing really has changed on Lyft. Let's go to Uber. Yeah, same support on Uber. Nothing really has changed on Uber as well. If we go to the banks real quick, JPM at the same support. Bank of America, same support. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, all pretty stalled, so those are chilling. Let's go over the Max 7s. Make sure you guys get the video. Let's see if we can get the video over 100 likes. Greatly appreciated. Apple hit a couple targets. So what we're looking out for on Apple, which is probably the biggest thing, is we want Apple to break above all-time highs tomorrow, which is right around 277.32. That's going to be the biggest thing I'll be looking out for Apple. So we can take all these levels away. Looking for Apple to break above all-time highs tomorrow, and I am looking for calls on Apple tomorrow as well. We do have a support around 268.65, but the bigger play on Apple is seeing if Apple can continue that strength and break above all-time highs for a potential play. And then Meta shows some strength, broke shorter-term resistance areas, so I'm looking out for some potential calls on Meta tomorrow. New resistance area. I'm gonna put around 631.30, and then new support is around 596.35. I'll be looking for Meta to probably go above like 617, so that'll be potential shorter term call for me, like Tesla. So those are potential plays. We did buy some Meta long term shares, so those are gonna do good for us, holding those long term. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at for Meta. Also Oracle, we bought some Oracle long term shares. I'll probably buy some more. I just kind of wanted to drop some more around like the 180s or 90s. Forgot to go over Oracle. Let's go over Microsoft. Microsoft actually had another red day today. I think I'm gonna try to get some shorter term calls tomorrow on Microsoft as well, like Tesla, like Meta. There's gonna be a lot of plays. Take advantage of the Black Friday sale that is live. But it did kind of hold this support that I had around 471.35. So we're trying to see if we can have that little push up above this 478.90 area, like shorter term calls that I'll be looking out for on Microsoft. Google open at all-time highs. Google long-term shares are booming. I think we're close to like 80% on Google long-term shares. We were buying Google shares down here when Google was down, and now we're literally up like crazy, right? So Google's doing very good. There's nothing really else I would do on Google, if I'm being honest. I'm just letting the shares kind of work. We have support around 297.35. Other than that, I'm just letting it run. What else can I do? Netflix is getting to some decent potentials of bigger buys. I do need it to drop below the hundreds and the 90s, so that might be getting close, but I can update a shorter term support on Netflix around 104.70, and resistance level will be the same. From the health side, HIMS did break a resistance area, so we're going to see if HIMS wants to actually show some strength. New resistance around $40.85, and support is right around 35.30. So we're going to see if HIMS wants to show some strength out of here and try to get up in that 40 range. That could be decent for shares and calls to see if we can continue that strength. And then UNH, a little strength as well. Nothing I would do right here on option wise, just looking for more shares on UNH. And then Eli Lilly had no real slowdown, so letting Eli Lilly kind of move. I need some red day on Eli Lilly to make it a little bit better. We do have CVS shares that are doing good for us. We have profit on those. I'm also looking at like DVA for some potentials of a play on DVA, still kind of in that health side. They're more health services though. And the airlines, pretty stall. We already went over the banks. A lot of stocks we're looking at to buy in the retail side, as in like the Home Depots, Costco's, Walmart has been a little slow, but Target, something we're looking to buy as well. I just don't think Target has found a strong support yet, so we might see some more drops on Target. Still watching the UPSs, also the FedExes, potential buys. Start looking at Pepsi. Pepsi's pretty decent as well. And yeah. Oh, how is Lockheed Martin? No, Lockheed Martin coming down a little bit. Yeah, Lockheed Martin might be a buy too, depending on where we find support on Lockheed Martin, but we'll kind of watch that. Yeah, let me know any space stocks you're looking at, any other sectors, SPCE. This is like a penny stock, so I don't think we need to go over that one. Nothing on that one. How was the energy? Enphase is still dropping. CEG still kind of dropping. All right, let's go over gold. All right, gold trying to show some strength. I would say new support on gold is probably like around 376.35. Big resistance, still waiting for that to break for me to buy. Silver, a little strength came in, nothing really big. Still waiting for that bigger resistance level to break on silver for me to buy, of course. And then S&P 500, I would say resistance level probably around 668.90. And then we'll leave the supports down here also. We'll see if S&P 100 wants to go back up and try to reach all-time highs, but it did get a little slow. Bitcoin getting some type of strength. We did buy some more Bitcoin, like I said. Join the team. Black Friday sales live. This does end on Wednesday at night. So if you want me to lock in the pricing for you, make sure you email me, willknowledge77@gmail.com. Let me know, or yeah, join the Discord. But resistance level on Bitcoin, support the same levels, but we did buy some Bitcoin and we're already kind of up already on our buy. I think that was a phenomenal buy down here in the 80s. Longer term, I think Bitcoin can get in the 150s, and that's over 80% gain that we're looking out for on Bitcoin, that it could do pretty fast. And then Hood, support I'm gonna leave, resistance level I'm gonna leave for now. No real big plays on Hood. I think Coinbase is not bad for shares right here. Support 241.92, and then resistance around like 276.95. Coinbase is not bad for shares if I wanted to hold it long term. I think you can get over well over $500 for like 100% gain, but we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Always remember, no recommendation of buyers. So anything, this is for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. Catch you guys on the next one.